Yo, what's going on? This is Ebony from Smart Content. Super glad that you're watching this first video. This is how to DM. As you can see, I don't have a phone with me quite yet, but that's because, what do you think? I'll tell you this, in middle school, I had my schedule in the beginning of the year and I'm like, why is gym class in a classroom? So I see the classroom number and I'm like walking like all confused, like why didn't it just say gym? And it's because it's fundamentals that we all have to learn. It's always history behind something and the psychology behind something that we need to be aware of before we step into the field. All right, so I'm just gonna be talking to you. Make sure you take some notes. The thing about notes that I learned is I always wanted to write. And I do believe in writing, like writing my goals out, writing things and like something you need to remember, writing it out, making it real. But when it comes to like notes like this and calendar events, I'm sitting here looking at a calendar on my wall. It's like you have to go digital. Okay, take these notes digitally on your phone, iPad, tablet, computer, wherever. Okay, and then I'll try to keep your attention with these pop-ups right here. You like that one? Yeah, I'm trying, okay? Because this is what I do for my clients, right? So I want them to have the best videos for their audience. So why wouldn't I want my videos to keep your attention, okay? So this is me taking you guys seriously. So definitely take us seriously as well. Give us your undivided attention and your freaking 110% energy, okay? So let's get started. So first, when it comes to DMing people, it's all about who are you DMing, because you can't even start DMing if you don't even know where to go. So I start on Instagram because that's the platform I like the most. This entrepreneurship, it's freedom. It's like I don't want to do anything that doesn't make me happy. That's the reason why I left my job. So I'm just doing what I like and trying to monetize what I like. So if you like Facebook, start at Facebook, you know what I mean? But we are going to have assigned roles. So if you're a video editor and you're not client reach, then you're not going to go client reach, right? But what I'm saying is there are different sites that you can go on. That's LinkedIn, Facebook, even Snapchat, Twitter, like definitely email. So where I always start is DMs, just because I feel like all the other people are on Instagram as well. So if they don't check their DMs within like 3 days, then I shoot them an email. Then we have this tracker on the email to see if they open it or not, okay? And we always follow up because you never know why someone didn't open the email. Maybe they accidentally opened it and they couldn't read it. Maybe they opened it, skimmed through it, and was like, I do have somebody like an interview scheduled already for a videographer next week. If it doesn't work, I'll hit them back. And then next week comes, they're like, oh, what's that email? What was their name? And all you had to do was follow back and, So don't just always think somebody just ignored you because you see seen in the DMs and you see message opened in the emails or, whatever platform you're using. Yeah, that's number one. Where to find these people? I started off with Caleb Maddox's following. I'll tell you the reason why in a second, but let me tell you how I even found out about Caleb Maddox. So just scrolling on Instagram, just being me, scrolling, ads are starting to pop up. This is when ads are first starting to come on Instagram. And me telling you this should just wake you up and let you know that what's happening now is not going to be happening at the end of the year. And we just need to hop on this train right now because, you can hop on it later when we are selling courses, but I'd rather you hop on the team now. You know what I mean? So like Ty Lopez introduced me to entrepreneurship, so I ended up buying one of his courses after I followed him for a little while, and he has so many interviews with so many people, and I'm like, yo, I gotta stay attached and I gotta follow these people, because if he's interviewing these people are like some good people like that I should be following. So I follow them on social media, and so Caleb Maddox was one of them, and he was looking for a video editor. Well, okay, no. So he had a videographer, and he shouted him out one day on his story. And the very day that I followed his videographer because, you know, I'm a videographer, so I'm like, let me follow him. The next day he's like, yo, we're looking for videographers to join the team. And so I'm like, bet, yo. So I make this dope video and I'm a part of the team, and that was like last January. So it's been about a year since I've been a part of the team. And so we were doing like mad content, and so I linked with Nathan. We started this company, and we leveraged Caleb Maddox's following, because if Caleb Maddox is following somebody, that means that maybe they're doing their thing, or maybe they're a supporter or a family member. So we were looking through his following to see who he admired, to see who could use this package, who could use this service that we're offering, which is video editing for social media. Specializing in Instagram only because I'm the only editor right now. You know what I mean? We're only doing Instagram. So obviously if I had videographers who had other interests with YouTube format or Snapchat, Instagram story format, or what's another one? They have like their little rectangle on Instagram now. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. And then from that, just the different styles. Like people like cinematic styles. People like me is like artistic, colorful. Some people don't even like all those colors. So it's like so beneficial to have a lot of team members on. So we just scroll, and just DM'd. Number 3, very important. Do not copy and paste. Literally, the only thing that I copy and paste when I do this is, hey, check your DMs when you get a chance. That's not even the DM. That's the comment that I comment under their first photo or their first 6 photos. The reason why I wouldn't comment under the first photo, which is what you should comment under usually. Don't be afraid to rewind this if you need to. I'm trying to talk pretty fast so I don't waste your time. And for those fast learners, you know, I just want them to play through the video. But the reason why you wouldn't always post your comment under the first photo that the potential client that we're trying to get is because if they have like 1,000 comments under that first photo and you go to the second one and they only have 43 on the second one, you want to post your comment under the one with 43 comments, because they're more likely to see that one. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like if they have like 1,000, 1,500, 400, 100, that's the 5th photo. Go ahead and comment on that 5th photo, okay? Because we don't want them to think like we just scrolled down their page and we're trying to be like secretive, because then they might not trust us. We want to be out in the open. Maybe somebody else will even see our comment, you know what I mean? And that who are already in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Like responding, you know, the new people scrolling about the comment themselves, and they see like, oh, I wonder why she said check his DMs. Let me just check her out. So it mean, you know, you never know how people come across you. So then just from there, like Caleb Maddox, getting clients. Once I get clients, once we start seeing people interested, we go into their following, because if they're interested, if they're already convinced, which is the great awesome people, because I mean, hey, that just makes the most sense, right? The people who are already convinced that social media content is the bomb shiggity to be doing right now, like we don't have to tell them, okay, this is why you have to post a video and no more quote photos, or no more photos, like not no more photos, but definitely video, so that people can trust you for the legacy. You know, what about your children? What would you like for them to see? Like the documentation. You know what I mean? Like what else? You know, just directing traffic. That's how we get. So this is kind of going into number 4, which is what to say. This is the benefit of it, because you need to understand, if you don't believe it, the customer is not going to believe it. Be very careful when you answer questions, okay? If you do not know the answer to a question that a potential client asks you, it's okay to tell them your position in the team, and that you could let them talk to someone higher in the position, or that you'll reach out to them and ask their answer to their question, rather than you just make up something or say something quick and they still do not understand what it is. You have to be very careful. That's why we'll have certain, like specific people in client reach and specific people in video editing, because you know, those are 2 different jobs, and people are good at one thing and some people are not good at another thing, and we have to be realistic. And that doesn't mean that we can't train you, but we're not going to put you there to start you off, because it's very important to feel the vibe when someone does not understand, because you don't want them to get off the phone, be confused, and them just not follow up, okay? Or just like, you know, you said something wrong and and they're like, you know, their feelings were hurt, you know, just like simple stuff. The vibe, feelings, it's something that you have to train for. It's definitely a skill, okay? So with what to say, it's like I said, legacy, which is like, you know, when you pass away, like, you know, I'm sure with so many people who like did so many things in the world, but because they didn't document it, or because they didn't talk enough, or say specific things, they weren't known. And a lot of people don't want to be known, but that is one of the options, okay? Legacy, documentation for yourself. You know, it's like looking in a photo album, except it's 2019. Just look on the internet and look at the videos, you know. And they do it, they display it in a creative way, and you get to look at other people's as well. Instagram, digital photo album, you know what I mean? Soon they'll have digital photo albums on the wall, and you'll be able to touchscreen it or something. It makes sense. So yeah, driving traffic. So, you know, Instagram allows you to put 1-minute videos. If we have 40 seconds of content, we can use the last 20 seconds or the last 10 seconds for a call to action. Call to action is to make someone do something. Say you have a clothing line, okay? You direct them, go swipe up, or, you know, click the link in my bio to look at the clothing line, or maybe it's just a quote that you want them to screenshot. Maybe it's a screensaver like Gary Vee did. He used to put screensavers at the end of his videos. Now he just has a whole day for screensavers. That's because he built a team. You know, people aren't octopus. They have to get those other 7 arms, okay? And I'm sure you already know that, but like, I'm just saying, like, these are the things that you can conquer when you commit and join a team and you sacrifice. Like in the beginning, people don't understand. Like that hard work is going to pay off. You understand? So just help them understand, like, and then, you know, it's almost like a resume, because I've gotten jobs from people that see my Instagram. They're like, yeah, I see you doing all these interviews, and I didn't even know they've seen my interviews. I'm just like, cool. Like, and they give me a job because they see my personality. So it's like people are watching, and you can get different gigs by just posting social media. Then I think this is definitely not the last one, but this is another one that, and then I'm gonna move on. So many people are fake on social media. So just posting video still can be secretive, and you can hide certain things, but posting video is like, people do believe you more and are more willing to, you know, it just builds a connection with people. They're more willing to watch your stuff. They go on your profile and stay for 30 minutes because you have about 61-minute videos, and they watch 30. And they read 15 quotes, and they look at your highlights. But if you only have 6 selfies, like, it's just like, okay, next. And Instagram feels that. I mean, Instagram like is a system, so it knows how much time people spend, and it pays attention to it, and then it pushes out people who have the most time on their pages, because they feel like, you know, those are the most popular, which they are, because people spend the most time there. So, and they want people to stay on their platform the longest, so of course they're going to push out the ones who people like the most. So yeah. Then here's another way to find the people. I just thought about this. When you begin to follow influencers and like people who are verified, robots, or people who sign up for robots who, you know, pay like a monthly fee to like follow, unfollow, they start to follow you because they're like, hey, she followed Gary Vee, so she'll probably like my content. Or hey, she followed Ansel Adams, Memories, or whatever, that's a photographer, so she'll probably like my photographs. One more, she followed Mark Zuckerberg, so she'll probably like me because I made a whole bunch of money, and, you know, I'm posting those pictures. So they follow you, right? And so that's real. The follow is real, right? Yes, it's going to unfollow in about 7 days so that they don't get caught and get their Instagram account banned, but like the robot does it for them, right? But that's a real follow. You know that when someone follows you, you can DM them and they'll see it in their regular DM column. When they don't follow you and you only follow them, it goes into requested, and they may not ever see it if they never pay attention to that number. I see mine about like once a week or something like that, but it's not guaranteed that they'll see that, because it doesn't add a notification to the number that pops up in red that tells you how many DMs you have. Okay, so take advantage of those, like people who have like a whole bunch of followers. When they follow you, don't follow them back. You don't have to. You can if you want, but they're gonna unfollow you. The robot's gonna do that. Just take that and DM them. Just boom. That's like a free person. I do that. I do that all the time. So yeah, and so after number 4, which is, you know, what we tell them, we can talk about 5, the order in which you do it. So I first go research their page, which is usually Instagram. You know, like I said, if you're on another platform, go on their feed, whatever it is, go see what they do, find out what they do, how they do it, their personal life. Do they eat Snickers? Do they have kids? Like when you're looking through it, specifically look for 2 things that you're going to say. Yo, nice haircut. I love that. Yo, nice content. I love how it's professional. I love how the colors pop. I love how all of your photos are blue. Like, I think that's pretty dope. It's something, some type of compliment. You're going to do a greeting. Yo, what's going on? Hey, what's up? I hope you're having a great weekend. Something like that. I love that haircut. Yeah, that blue hair dye is off the chain. I love the workouts that you're doing. I really think if we work together and get some footage edited and putting it out consistently with music behind it, a logo, you'll be able to be doing this by the end of the year, or your brand will begin to explode. Or a lot of times people put their goals on their Instagram. So that's what I mean when I say you'll be able to do this, like whatever their goal is. So like, you got to get people excited. Like I said, you got to believe in what you do so that other people can believe it. Are you really helping me? Because people get these DMs every single day. Like, the reason why we're DMing them is because we think there's somebody and we think they're going to use our service, right? So obviously somebody else could think that too and keep DMing them every day. I'm not saying they get daily DMs. Some do. Multiple, but some could get at least once a week, once a month, and they're used to it. They're used to ignoring them. So you have to stand out. I mean, I'm super serious when I say do not copy and paste. Okay. After that, like I said, we check up on it. After 3 days, try another way of contact. If they have a phone number, I always call immediately. Why not? Just do it now. I started going by Just Do It a while ago. And Just Do It meant, okay, cool, I'll do it. I'll write it down. Okay, cool, I'll do it later. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that tomorrow. No, I'm going by Just Do It now. And then my mom says, no excuses, get it done. She still doesn't say now though. I'm just gonna put now at the end of everything. I like that. Like, just now. Really, what time is it now? Yeah. I actually think I saw a watch like that. But yes, that's pretty much it. Be yourself. Do not be a robot, because people can feel it. You don't want to be like, good morning, comma. It is amazing how well put together your feed is. The structure and the style was well thought out. If you were to consider working with smart content for just 1 month, you know what I mean? Like, don't be a robot. You want to know that you genuinely look through their stuff. Like, seriously, like, specifically point out that comment, that pink hoodie, that black nose, that pinky ring, those glasses, those green locks, you know what I mean? Be descriptive. Those rose petals, that brown stem, you know what I mean? That love song, that episode, those shoes. It doesn't have to always be materialistic. It can be something that can benefit the other person and us as well. But that's a wrap. That's it. I don't want to get this too long. But yep, much love and great luck out there on the battlefield.